Yo, great day. Great Tuesday to you all. Yo, I just wanted to come on and talk about this book right here. You know what I'm saying? I've been first year that I've actually sat down and read it with, an open mind. And since I've started reading it, I often keep a pen around because I like to scratch off one specific word, right? And I always erase it and replace it with other words in this specific context, all right? Because I know a lot of us that are a little bit more aware of how religions can be used to manipulate, we understand that it's through fear, right? So one of the words that I found very dangerous in this book, because it was written to manipulate in a time where manipulation was at its all-time high, like we is today, is fear. So I've always replaced fear. So now, whenever I'm reading this book, I always replace fear with either respect, mindfulness, trust, and love, right? And the reason I do so is because of this specific little quote that I ended up writing today in the book itself. I was like, man begins to resent what he fears. So don't fear God, love, respect, be mindful, trust, and cherish the Most High, that you may always keep it in mind through all your days with great joy and enthusiasm. So, whenever I'm reading this book, that's one thing that I always do my best to keep in mind. Whenever I read that phrase, I always replace it with those, with those four or even more specific words that make sense in those quotes that I'm reading at the moment. Now, I told myself, or I give myself a nice little mission for the next 5 years, and it's to read this book, specifically the book of Proverbs written by King Solomon, right? In the first chapter of the book of Proverbs, it says, chapter 1, verse 7, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. That's not right, because like I said, what we fear, we end up resenting, we end up hating, and we see why, those that raised us, a lot of the hypocrites that raised us, made us indifferent to this book and indifferent to having the ability to gain knowledge of it. So what I replace that is, the mindfulness of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Now, I only speak regarding this because I am religious in that I believe in something greater than myself, right? I am not religious in the sense that I follow any man's specific belief systems, because each and every one of us is going to have a different understanding or reception towards the truth, right? There's only one truth, and that's this dude that was hanged and then made into an idol over almost 2,000 years ago, tried to reveal to all of us that each and every one of us is God, that we are all children of the Most High, the Creator, the source of all life. And for that reason, he was hanged and then made into an idol, so that some of us who were ignorant at some points in times in our lives would not know how to truly worship the Most High, right? The Creator of all, the source of all life, the infinite all. And so when people ask, they ask me like, oh, are you Christian? I often say like, no, because I know what they mean, when they ask those questions, if you're Christian, because they truly don't know the true meaning of Christianity, right? And Christianity is just truth, right? The search for truth. And those that are Christians are actually are true seekers of truth. So they don't subscribe to any specific belief or practice like the majority, right? They're always seeking truth. They're always seeking knowledge. That's what true Christians are supposed to be doing, not idling and worshiping like fools that don't understand what they have been born to do, which is a lot of us today. So, that's all I really wanted to come on, you know, as it relates to that book. Respect, be mindful, love, cherish, trust in the Most High, which already lives within you. That means trust your intuition, trust that intuitive higher self, that guidance that's always directing you on the right path, because you are a child of creation itself. You are an extension. You are a microcosm of the macrocosm. And you know, as Marcus Aurelius, you know, having something greater than yourself to look up to hold yourself accountable to, will always keep you seeking for more and never satisfied with where you are in yourself. You know, like you'll always know that there is an opportunity for growth. And once we get comfortable and we think that there is no growth, that's when the ego and the pride and the arrogance start setting in. And you know, when our ego, when our arrogance, when our pride begins to take hold of our consciousness, of our awareness, we begin to become less mindful, less respectful, less loving, you know, not just of ourselves, but of others, because we begin to lose sight of the truth, because we begin to think that we already have the truth. And not one of us, you know, is ever going to have complete understanding of everything. We may have, you know, a good grasp of a lot of things, but as a lot of wise men always say, you know, all that I know is that I know nothing. And that keeps you humble enough to continue to learn. And so it is with that book. Whenever you grab it with an open mind. Don't think that you have all the answers. Let it inspire you, but don't ever let it subject you and submit you into becoming a religious fool. All right. Life is about learning. It is about growing. It is about having experiences and cultivating relationships that are meaningful, you know, that are uplifting, not just for oneself, but for the collective as a whole. Me personally, I believe that, you know, we have all been born to do something great with our talents, with our specific uniqueness, with our by being authentic and true to our nature. You know what I'm saying? And through that, bringing into life valuable solutions to the innumerable problems that we see taking place in life, and whatever time we are born into, you know, because each time that we are born into is going to have its own set of problems. And with each and every one of us that is born into that time comes in a great amount of solutions within us, through which we can not just enrich ourselves, but the society that we are born into. Yo, other than that, that's all I got. You have a great rest of your Tuesday. I'm gonna grab all these little clips, I'm gonna compile them, put them into one, and upload them to the YouTube. You know, y'all can go check out Super Conscious Sosa on YouTube. Follow or subscribe. Check out the videos, like, dislike, leave a comment. And yeah, man, it's nothing but love. All right, family, ladies and gents, you have a great rest of your Tuesday. One.